Some details leaking out on the massive reorganization going on at Citi, a corporate overhaul referred to internally as Project Bora Bora. Our banking reporter Hugh Son has more reporting on the potential extent of those job cuts that Jane Fraser announced back in September. Hey, Hugh.
Hey, Carl, it's great to be with you. So let me just caution, it is early in the process, and they're still working on the top layers of the org chart as we speak. But the managers and the consultants that I've spoken with have said that internally the discussions are for job cuts of at least 10% for many major businesses at Citigroup. Now we're talking about obviously there's the consumer business, there's the investment banking unit, and in particular I've learned that executives are actually almost undoubtedly going to suffer losses of greater than 10%. And that's because of CEO Jane Fraser's push to eliminate things like regional managers and co-heads that have sort of gummed up the company to this date. For instance, we've also learned that Citigroup is looking at eliminating chiefs of staff and chief administrative officers. Apparently, there is just a lot of them across the organization, and those people will be pruned as early as this month. And after November, what they're going to be doing is working on the lower levels of the org chart to see who's going to stay and who's going to go in Jane Fraser's new Citigroup.
A line in the memo that says we'll be saying goodbye to some very talented, hardworking colleagues. One thing that is striking is how much she has sort of paved or foamed the runway with her rhetoric, really for the past several quarters about stuff like this.
Yeah, and it's been considered sort of out of character for Jane Fraser because, in the first 2.5 years of her tenure, Carl, I mean, she's been known as sort of the kinder, gentler bank CEO, allowing people to do a fair bit of remote work, unlike sort of Jamie Dimon and David Solomon at Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan. So this sort of tough talk has really put a lot of anxiety in a lot of the Citigroup employees I've spoken to. They're on edge because they don't know if they're going to lose their jobs in November or December or January, and if their bosses are going to lose their jobs and where they fit.